A giant flock of seagulls fly over the reservoir. Beneath them are, of course, waterfowl, most of which are migratory Canada geese, but amongst them hide some ducks, like American black ducks. They are larger than a lot of the ducks in this video, and live in eastern North America, as far north as Labrador. Here are some smaller ducks called northern pintails, and they're named after their long and pointy tails. Right now, they are swimming in shallow water, submerging their heads and digging around in mud in search of food. Around this time of year, they mostly eat plants. Here is a feral farm duck and its children, which are hybrids between farm ducks and mallard ducks. There is yet another species of duck here, green-winged teals. The one with a colorful head is male, and the one that looks more generic is female. Remember them because we'll talk about them more later on. These giants are tundra swans. In the summer, they breed in the Arctic, but then in the fall, migration begins, and they go to the south. They travel with their family, which is often made up of over 100 swans. The birds then find a place to winter, not too far away from the coast, usually in the United States. However, tundra swans do not just live in North America. There is also a subspecies of them native to Eurasia called the Buick swan. They are a little smaller and have a lot more yellow on their bills. Further upstream, there are less birds, but still some, like this male gadwall. There is also a different subspecies of Canada geese which was introduced here that lives here year-round. Further, in that same body of water, there is a different species of duck, a male common mergander. They eat fish and are native to North America and Eurasia. In Europe, they have been known to live in some cities. It is the next day, and I forget what day it is, but just like the last time, there are seagulls everywhere. Here is an immature bald eagle. Okay, here's the feral duck, who is polluting the gene pool of wild ducks. Let's fast forward through the geese and get to the good stuff. Okay, these aren't ducks, they're just a bunch of ringneck gulls like we saw earlier, except they're not flying. Remember when I said I would talk more about green-winged teals later? Well, now's the time. Green-winged teals are some of the smallest dabbling ducks, and dabbling ducks are ducks that feed near the water's surface. The teals eat mostly plants like pondweed, but they also eat animals like aquatic insects, crustaceans, mollusks, and even tadpoles. Like many birds in this video, green-winged teals do not just live in North America. There is also a subspecies of them native to Eurasia. The Eurasian subspecies is often called the common teal. Male common teals lack the white vertical line near the belly, but instead have a white horizontal line at the wing. Sometimes common teals wander to North America, and sometimes green-winged teals wander to Eurasia. It is worth mentioning that there is another subspecies native to the Atuan Islands that resembles the common teal. Here are the tundra swans again. This time I'm going to be quiet so you can watch them gracefully floating across the water. It is March, and there are less seagulls. Only one tundra swan remains. There is also less Canada geese. Just because there are less birds doesn't mean it's less interesting. There is a Canada goose and a mallard, and to the left is a strange-looking duck, a wood duck. Behind these green-winged teals is a merganser, a hooded merganser. It then dives underwater. They are called wood ducks for a reason. They live in forests and feel comfortable in them. They perch in trees and even make nests in them. Speaking of that, wood ducks are one of the few species of ducks that nest here. Another species is the hooded merganser. Also, American black ducks nest in this area. The next scene is graphic and disturbing, so if you don't want to see a rodent's guts get ripped out, then skip to this time. This little falcon is an American kestrel. Falcons are actually more closely related to parrots and songbirds than hawks and eagles. Male kestrels are more colorful than females and look like this. He is actually full grown, and this vole he killed is a pretty big kill for him because kestrels usually eat large insects. They live in open areas and often perch to look for prey. They then find something and swoop down. They then catch it. When there isn't a place to perch, they may hover in the air looking for prey below. The American kestrel is one of about 13 different kestrel species. These are gadwliles, and if you want to learn more about them, then watch this video. This is the smallest diving duck in all of North America, the bufflehead. To the right is a female, and to the left is a male. They are called buffleheads because of their large heads. To the right isn't a bufflehead, but a female ringneck duck. Most bufflehead pairs form in the spring. Females then choose a tree cavity to make a nest in. They breed around small lakes and ponds, but in the winter they can be found in bays and the ocean. In salt water, they eat mostly mollusks and crustaceans, while in fresh water they eat mostly aquatic insects. They catch their food by diving. You may notice they don't bring food up out of the water. That's because they eat underwater too. They dive for an average time of 12 seconds. These ducks nest in northwestern Canada, but because of climate change, about half of the forests which they nest in will disappear over this century. This will happen because of forest fires. If you're smart and know that climate change is just a hoax, then I suggest you stop watching fake videos and watch real videos like about how the reptilians are trying to take over the government. This beautiful animal is an eastern bluebird. The females look plain and the males are blue and orange. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. Have a great day.